The last witness, the night the city forgot to breathe. A man stood alone on the pedestrian bridge above the canal and watched a murder become a memory. It was nearly midnight, the hour when Karachi's arteries thinned and the honking faded into a distant, tired echo. Sodium lamps hummed. The canal below slid like black glass, carrying secrets south toward the sea. Imran Qureshi tightened his scarf against the damp winter air and told himself he should go home. He had stayed late at the newspaper again, coaxing a stubborn headline into submission, and the bridge was his short. Cut quiet, quicker, unremarkable. Then the car stopped. It rolled to the curb beneath the bridge with the sound of a throat being cleared. No screech, no panic, just a decisive halt. Two silhouettes stepped out, one laughed, short, brittle. Then the sound cut off. A third shape appeared in the back seat, a man pulled forward by his collar. A hand flashed, metal caught the light. The city exhaled once, sharply. Imran froze. He had reported on violence before, tallied numbers and names until the ink lost its color. This was different. This was the private grammar of killing, a sentence spoken softly and finished quickly. The man stumbled. The blade went in again, precise as punctuation. When it was over, the body folded and slid into the canal, a final ripple erasing the line between before and after. The car pulled away. Imran stood with his hands clenched on the railing until the tremor in his arms quieted. He did not scream. He did not run. He did not take out his phone. He memorized what he could. The color of the car charcoal, maybe blue, the way the taller man walked with a slight drag, the smell of clove cigarettes that rose faintly even from above. By the time he reached home, the bridge felt like a rumor. The body surfaced 2 days later. It snagged on reeds downstream, bloated and pale, the face unrecognizable but the jacket distinct, if tailored, expensive, stitched with a small silver emblem shaped like a compass rose. Inspector Ayesha Khan noticed that emblem first. She had learned to trust the details that survived water. The victim was identified by dental records. Cameron Seed, 46, a logistics magnate whose warehouses hugged the port like obedient dogs. He had been reported missing by a business partner who wore grief like a borrowed coat. Ayesha stood at the canal's edge while the recovery team worked, the sun climbing and revealing the city again. The murder weapon was likely gone. Witnesses were unlikely. There were cameras, yes, but cameras lied through angles and outages. She felt the familiar weight settle between her shoulders. "Inspector," a constable said, holding up a bagged wallet retrieved from the jacket. Inside were cards, cash, and a folded scrap of paper. Ayesha opened it. Meet Bridge 1145. No signature. She folded the paper back into the bag. "Check the CCTV coverage on the bridge," she said. "Every angle, every shop within 2 blocks, and pull Seed's phone records for the last 72 hours. Yes, ma'am." She watched the water carry on as if nothing had happened. Imran read the article the morning it ran. He had not written it. He had not even pitched it. He stared at the photograph of the canal, at the neat paragraphs that arranged death into something consumable. He told himself 100 reasons for staying silent. Witnesses disappeared. The city chewed people smaller than him. He was a journalist, not a hero. He had seen only fragments, but the scrap of paper in the article, a meeting on a bridge at 11:45, hooked into him and would not let go. That afternoon, a message arrived in his inbox from an address he did not recognize. "You were there." 3 words, no greeting, no signature. Imran closed his laptop and stared at the newsroom wall, at the collage of old front pages. He waited for his heartbeat to slow. It didn't. Inspector Ayesha Khan believed in patience the way some people believed in prayer. The CCTV footage from the bridge was predictably useless. A lamp out, a blind angle, a timestamp drifting like a drunk. But the shops nearby offered more, grainy glimpses of a dark sedan passing twice, once toward the bridge, once away. The license plate was a smear. The taller man's limp was there if you knew to look for it. Phone records told a more interesting story. Cameron Seed had received a call at 11:32 p.m. from a prepaid number activated 3 days earlier and used only once. Disposable, clean, professional. Ayesha traced Seed's recent meetings. He had been moving money, too much, too quickly, through shell companies like beads on a string. Someone had been skimming. Someone had been noticed. Then a tip landed on her desk, anonymous and careful. A witness exists. He is being watched. No name, no number. She smiled without humor. Of course, she said to the empty office. The second message came the next night. Say nothing and live. Say something and drown. Attached was a photograph taken from across the street. Imran unlocking his front door. He did not sleep. At dawn, he did the thing he should have done on the bridge. He went to the police. Ayesha listened without interrupting. Imran's voice shook at first, then steadied as he spoke. He described the car, the men, the blade, the limp. He handed over the emails, the photograph. He expected skepticism. He got attention. When he finished, Ayesha leaned back. "You did the right thing," she said. He laughed once, sharp. "That's what people say in movies." "We don't have movies here," she replied. "We have files." She assigned protection, discreet but real. She moved Imran to a safe apartment owned by the department, bare but clean. She did not tell him everything, but she told him enough. "You are the last witness," she said, "and they know it." The net tightened. Ayesha followed the money through Seed's shell companies and found a pattern, a logistics corridor that funneled contraband alongside legitimate cargo. Arms, chemicals, the kind of operation that required silence and paid well for it. One name surfaced again and again at the edges of the paperwork. Farouk Malik, a fixer, a man with a limp from an old gunshot wound, a man who preferred clove cigarettes. Malik had been questioned before, never charged. He employed layers of deniability like insulation. He was careful. Ayesha arranged a meeting. They met at a cafe near the port, open and bright, a place that believed daylight was protection. Malik arrived 10 minutes late, smiling as if punctuality were a matter of taste. "Inspector Khan," he said, offering a hand she did not take. "To what do I owe the pleasure?" "Cameron Seed," she said. Malik sighed. "Tragic, bad for business." "Your business, all business," he said mildly. Ayesha slid a photograph across the table, a still from a shop camera showing a dark sedan, a driver's silhouette, the hint of a limp. Malik glanced at it. "Looks like half the city. Then you won't mind answering a few questions." "I always mind," he said, still smiling, "but I always answer." He did. He answered everything and nothing. By the time he left, Ayesha had no confession, no arrest, and a stronger certainty. The threat escalated. A brick shattered the window of the safe apartment at 3 in the morning. No note this time. Just a message in the language of fear. Imran sat on the kitchen floor while officers swept the building. He tasted metal in his mouth and wondered if courage was just stubbornness in better clothes. Ayesha arrived with dawn. She looked older, sharper. "We're moving you again," she said, "and we're changing the plan." "What plan?" "We make you visible." The plan was dangerous and thin as a wire. Imran would write an article, carefully, legally, about the pattern of violence in the logistics sector, about anonymous threats to journalists, about a witness being hunted without naming names. It would be enough to stir interest without burning sources. It would also flush the hunters. Ayesha would watch. The article ran on a Friday. By Saturday, the comments section burned. By Sunday, a car followed Imran for 3 blocks and peeled away when a patrol car appeared. On Monday, a message arrived. "You like attention, let's talk." It included a location, the same bridge. Ayesha argued. Imran insisted. "They want me." He said, "Not you. This is how we end it." She compromised. He would go. She would be there unseen. Units would ring the bridge. Cameras would be fixed, lights repaired. This time, the city would remember to breathe. They rehearsed until the words felt false. At 11:40 p.m., the bridge glowed. Imran stood at the railing, heart loud in his ears. He smelled clove cigarettes before he saw Malik. The fixer emerged from the shadows, hands empty, limp, unmistakable. "You should have taken the deal," he said. "I came for the truth." Imran replied. Malik laughed softly. "The truth is a luxury." He stepped closer. Ayesha's voice murmured in Imran's ear through the tiny earpiece, "Hold." Malik's gaze flicked, calculating. He had noticed something. The lights, perhaps, or the quiet that was too complete. "You think you're the last witness," Malik said. "You're not even the first." He reached inside his jacket. "Now," Ayesha said. The bridge erupted with sound. Police moved in from both ends, weapons drawn. Malik froze, then smiled again, hands raised. "Well played," he said. The arrest did not end the story. Malik's lawyers swarmed. Charges multiplied slowly. Conspiracy, obstruction, possession. The murder of Cameron Seed remained stubborn, circumstantial. Then a second witness came forward. A dockworker, anonymous for years, saw Malik dump a package into the canal the night Seed died. He had stayed silent because silence fed his children. He spoke now because Imran had spoken first. The package was found. Inside, a knife, its handle wrapped in tape, the blade nicked and rusted. Blood bloomed under the lab lights like a ghost returning to its body. The trial took a year. Imran testified, voice steady. He told the jury about the bridge, the blade, the smell of cloves. He did not look at Malik. Ayesha watched from the back, hands folded, patience spent. The verdict came on a humid afternoon. Guilty. The city inhaled. Afterward, Imran walked the bridge alone. The canal was quieter now, or maybe he was. He leaned on the railing and felt the old fear loosen its grip. He thought of the man whose name had almost been erased, of the dockworker who had stepped out of the dark, of the inspector who believed in files and patience. He was not a hero, he was not brave, he had been afraid and had spoken anyway. Below, the water moved on, carrying fewer secrets, for now.